Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. The Idaho versus Kohberger case was initiated in Latah County, Idaho, the jurisdiction where the catastrophic events of November 13th, 2022 occurred, and proceeded through change of venue, which is granted by Judge John Judge, the then presiding jurist, on September 6th, 2024. In that order changing venue, the court noted that there had been a non-dissemination order in one way or another instituted from the beginning of the case. Judge Judge stated in that change of venue order that that non-dissemination order was in place to protect Mr. Kohberger from negative publicity. That was something that was raised by him in the motion that sought change of venue. Change of venue happened on September 12, 2024. Just a few days later, the court entered an order on September 18th governing courtroom conduct, and it addressed what the court's expectations were in the courtroom, at the courthouse, or surrounding the courthouse. And part of it addressed the media. If you look at page 2 of that first order governing courtroom conduct, you'll see that the judge did talk to his expectations regarding interviews and reporting. The order that came yesterday, the amended order governing courtroom conduct, is a little bit more detailed. It amends, it supersedes the original order governing courtroom conduct, also signed by Judge Hippler, and it seems to be going into more detail regarding possible violations of this order, that people may be subject to trespassing charges, to contempt of court charges. There could be fines. There could be possibly even imprisonment for anyone who the court deems has violated this order. It begins by saying the court is mindful of the need to balance the constitutional rights of the defendant with the public's interest and right to information. It addresses many of the things that were addressed in the first order governing courtroom conduct, such as seating for victims. Family of the defendant now is included here, counsel, other court personnel. And if we go to page 2, we see the same information regarding interviews and reporting by the press. Then the court goes into detail regarding cell phones, other electronic devices in the courtroom, that they shall not be used to record, photograph, or transmit any sounds, images, or video from the courtroom. And the court takes care to state that any public proceedings will be transmitted over the court's official channels. Then, under disruptive behavior, at the bottom of page 2 into 3, the court warns about inappropriate courtroom attire, and if anyone is deemed to be seen in the courtroom with inappropriate attire, that person will be ejected, but it doesn't say that anyone associated with that individual will be ejected. Very different scenario than we see at the bottom of page number 3. Footnote number 2 states, if a person violating the terms of this order is a, quote, media affiliate, meaning is a member of, employed by, under contract with, or otherwise represents a media organization or entity, then other media affiliates of that organization may be removed and or prohibited from further attendance at the trial or court proceedings. So the court's warning here that if one member of, let's just say, XYZ television station violates this amended order governing courtroom conduct, everybody else who's associated with that television station will also be removed. One wonders if this is the court's expressing concerns about the media or not regarding recent reporting where information, such as alleged video of suspect vehicle 1, the contents of the 848 phone, and so forth, was released and has been the talk of many, many people over the past several days, and in a way that is not favorable to Mr. Kohberger necessarily. We'll continue to monitor this issue. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thanks for joining us today.